Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to take a photograph of a baby and put it into my moon prop. Let's start by opening up our moon prop and our baby. And what we're going to do is hold down the shift key while we're on our move tool and drag the baby right onto it. Zoom out. We're going to change the blending mode to multiply, just temporarily. We're going to transform. And I'm going to put the head about right where the curve of the moon is at. And the bum, I'll tuck in just a little bit. All right. Looks good. Change the blending mode back to normal. And now comes the tricky part. In order to have a history reference for your image, in case you erase something by accident, you want to click this camera up here. That will give you a history called Snapshot 1. Make sure that's checked. Now come back to your image. Now we're going to zoom in and we're going to start removing the blue from the baby. All right, so our eraser tool, background eraser tool, a very soft brush. We want to find edges, tolerance 95%, and make sure protect foreground color is checked. And what we do is we hold down the Option or the Alt key, which gives us an eyedropper. Make sure that that little plus sign in the center there chooses the darkest portion of the child. So let's say about right there. Click that. Click once. Drag and click till that erase color. Don't worry about losing this parts of the baby right here. We will come back to that. All right, we're just going to get a general. All right, now we're going to repick again for the hair. Keep going. Make sure the plus sign doesn't touch the hair because that's what will happen. Okay, that plus sign needs to stay out of the way. Okay, now we're getting into the blue. We're going to pick the baby's skin. Doesn't need to be too precise right here. Keep the plus sign on the blue. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere else. We're going to come in with a soft brush and kind of clean this up very slightly. We're kind of just getting the general lay of it right here. We can also try discontiguous, a little bit smaller brush. Keep that plus sign. It gives us a little bit more range. Okay, and again, don't worry about what's being erased from the baby. We will be fixing that. All right. Now we're going to go to the normal eraser tool. If you're using a soft brush, don't go too big, otherwise you'll feather erase a lot of the image. Zoom out. Just clean all that up. Alrighty. It's not perfect yet. Uncheck the background layer. As you can see, it's pretty feathered. Not too much missing. Go back to the baby layer, zoom way in. Your normal eraser, just a normal background eraser with a soft brush, a lot smaller, and just kind of go in and fine tune those little details. And I'm doing this with a mouse. You don't need a Wacom tablet or anything fancy like that. You can, however, if you do have one, that's great. I'm no longer able to work on one, so I have no choice. So don't feel alone. Okay, just get those little fibers. Now we're working at 300%. Your client's prints hanging on the wall, nobody's going to notice it this large or close up. I like to do this to ensure that I get every little detail. It helps enhance the look of it, being more authentic down the road. All right, clean up the edge of that moon. Now here's where your history brush comes in. The Y key. which is your history brush, we'll go back to that snapshot we took. So go ahead and you can paint that in. See how I'm getting the blue back? Well, I don't need that here, but if I had made a mistake early on, or let's say I wanted to bring a little bit of this back, that's where it's going to come in handy. All right, so we can clean this up just a little bit. Now don't mind the color changes right here. We can go back to our eraser or background eraser tool, go back to discontiguous, choose that darker color, and if you want, you can erase a little bit more of that, and then go back to that one and soften that up a little bit, the regular eraser. Okay, remember we're working very close, 300%, so this probably looks a little bit worse than it is. And then back to the Y if I wanted to bring some of it back. And if I decided I wanted to start over my background eraser tool, on the Y key, I just bring it all back and then start over, just that one particular spot. That's the beauty of it. Okay, now let's zoom out. Pretty darn good. The baby could use a little bit of cleaning over here with those little banding colors. Don't mind the color so much. I chose the blue on purpose because most people shoot their newborn photographs on a blue or pink blanket, something that matches the theme of the gender of the child. And no matter what you do, it will cast a color onto the child. So that's why I chose this image in particular, so that we could learn, I could show you how to deal with that color cast. All right. So simply what we do now is we choose the color replacement tool. Same as the background brush as far as the X goes, the plus sign. We're going to choose the color we like with the eyedropper by hitting Option Alt or Alt, and then click once, click once. Do it one at a time. Don't run over the whole baby, otherwise the baby will look really fake. Click and see, click and see. Constantly reevaluate and choose your image to see if those colors are working or not. Same with the hair. We're going to give that hair a little bit of that color. I chose some color from the hair. And these colors, that green, that was kind of weird. Okay, and that one color there. Beautiful. Let's go back to our normal eraser brush and clean that up a little bit. All right, that looks pretty darn good. Now, we've got some brushing over here. Go back to the Y tool, which is our history brush. You can touch Y on your keyboard if you have a Mac. Your PC should do the same, but you may have to set it up separately. Well, that comes back. It gets rid of the hairs, but it gives me my blue back, which is okay, because then I will just go back to my color replacement tool, choose a local color, and change it. It's that simple. Once you do it numerous times and you get used to it, it's going to be a lot easier. Now, as you see, our baby is on its separate layer. Here you use the curves tool, Command M or Option M, or it's in your palette up at the top. Choose the middle bar. Go either up or down to lighten your baby. For mine, going up lightens it. Yours most likely goes down. Take a look at the overall scene. Does the lighting color of the baby match or not? If your baby's too blue, add a little warmth and so forth. But I think that looks pretty good. Now, here's another very important aspect. Most people shoot babies wide open, so you can see how blurry the baby's back is. Well, the moon prop is in focus back here, so we need to fix that. So go to your moon layer and choose your blur tool at 100% and just blur that till it looks right. Just to give it that little bit of authenticity. That's where most people fail with digital manipulation is things aren't matching, whether it's color or depth of field, that sort of thing. All right, it's that simple. There you have it. To me, that looks very natural, like it was shot that way. And good luck with your project. Thank you for watching.